We're going to give everybody a chance to catch up to us. We have a great show today. We're checking in with the CU Buffs. So we're going to give everybody a moment to catch up to us. So we're going to give everybody a moment to catch up to us. Hey, Charlotte, welcome back. Welcome back. Take a look at the thumbnail because we're going to ask a question. We have two Colorado uniform combos. I like them. I want to know which one is your fave. So take a look at the thumbnail and let me know which one is your fave. Hey, y'all. Yep, hit the like button on the way in. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Gracie, for holding it down. Echo that media, Charlotte, Gracie. Which uniform combo featured on the front? Which one is your fave? There's a black one and there's a gold one. I love the one with the gold number. Which one is that? Let's see. Is it mostly black or is it mostly gold? Which one is that? Let's see. Let's see. Ah, the gold number. Okay, so that's the black one. All right. So the one that's gold, I think they call that one like Gold Rush. So vote your favorite. The black uni or the gold uni. The uniform with the gold helmet, the gold top, and the gold pants is called Gold Rush, I think. It's gold. So vote gold if that's your favorite. And the one with the black helmet, I think, no, wait, let me see what color the helmet is. It's okay, it's a gold helmet, a black top, and black pants. Like that. I said it's black. So that's when I say it's black, because it's mostly black. Like that one. So let me know which one is y'all's favorite. Drop it in the chat. The gold one, the mostly gold one, or the mostly black one. Let me know, let me know, let me know. The black one. Okay, Echo that says he likes the black one. Okay, yep, that's the one I like too. The black. That's the one I like. Which one do y'all like? The gold one or the black? The gold helmet, the black uni is my favorite. Okay, Charlotte. All right, all right. I always bet on black. Okay, Terrence, I like it. I like it. I like that motto. I always bet on black. I think that was my favorite. All right. So while y'all do that, there is a loop. There's a video on a loop. I took a snippet and I want y'all to name the buff. Whoever you see, name that buff. You don't have to name them all, just name somebody you see. But if you know who they are on a first name basis, feel free to say this name, comma, that name, comma, or just as many times as you want to, just put the different names in. So name that buff. So that's what we're doing. I basically want to know what's your uniform favorite combo that you have. That's what's on the thumbnail. And the video, when you get past voting for your favorite combo, just drop it in the chat, all black, all gold. There we go. Put in, name that buff. Okay, so I know I'm going to start. That's Coach Swayze. Okay, so I think I'm getting better at this, right? That's Coach Swayze, but I think, let's see. I know I saw Ben, but I don't think that's Ben right there in the front. I don't know who that is in the front. See, I don't know this little crew right here. I don't know them. I gotta wait for it to flip back. So let me know who y'all see. The strength and conditioning is coming along. I didn't see anybody hurling over the trash can today. That is Ben. Okay, so Ben is in the front. And is that Gibson next to Ben? I love the black. Okay, Gracie. Anthony say the gold. Okay. Jackie said the black. Okay. All right. I like the black one too. That's my favorite. Now who is that? Is that Sincere Brown right there with the skull cap on? That looks like I think that's Sincere Brown. Name now we moving on to name that buck. Pick whatever you want to cater. Yeah, I mean that cater salsa. Call it K dot, right? See Caden. So we gotta get to know these guys. We gotta get to know these guys. There's Juju. There's Juju. Yep. And I think that's Ryan Staub over there to the right, to the left. I mean, and we know who that is. We know who that is. We know this is Ben. We know who Ben is. The new Shiloh. He's supposed to be the new Shiloh. DJ McKinney. Okay, you saw DJ McKinney. Who is that right there? Is this Dallin Hayden right here? I think that's Dallin Hayden. Sincere Brown. Okay. So I think this is Dallin Hayden right here. That was Isaiah Harge. Oh, that wasn't Sincere Brown. That was Isaiah Harge. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I know who Harge is, but I know Sincere is really tall. Okay. All right. See, we get another opportunity to pick out some people. Now, okay, Ben. See, that's not Caden. Bayard. Y'all remember Bayard when we got him? Uh, yeah. So y'all say this Isaiah Harge with the skull cap. Okay, he looked much bigger than he did last year, obviously. Okay, so this is Isaiah Harris, one that was number 17, the two-way player. And y'all said he's a receiver, right? Okay, all right, let's see. All right. I think that's Dallin Hayden. Is that Dallin Hayden right here on the screen, y'all? Williams from Florida. Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah, we just playing name that buff and pick out your favorite uniform combo. So a lot of people, oh, that's Stoudemire. Okay. So a lot of people notice how buff up the Buffs are. And they're like, these guys are huge in size. Wait till they put on what? The pads. And they're going to look even larger. Colorado, this is definitely not the same team. This is definitely not the same team. And, Coach Prime went all in on size for both defense and offensive line. And we still getting people to commit class of 2026. Commits, they coming in strong. I mean, like, no hesitation, right? We got somebody. I thought they said he was a two-way player from right here in Georgia, which is Georgia's territory. Um, he went to the same school, Buford. Buford High School was okay. In Buford High School, they just got a $62 million stadium. That's the team. When Juju was at Carrollton, they played against Buford High School. Guess who the quarterback was? Dylan Rayola. Remember the guy from Nebraska? His little brother. So his little brother is either in college now, or either he a senior. He might be a senior. But the guy that we just got, I posted him on X. He's coming from Buford. I remember them having a pretty good squad. And I thought they said this guy was two-way, but it's on my X. I have to check. So the class of 2026 is coming in strong. These kids must be seniors in high school. They'll be with us next year. We get commits from all over the place. think I think the transfer portal is closed, so we shouldn't hear about anybody moving forward right now because why? The spring transfer portal that people want to do away with is gone, right? So here's what everybody's getting ready for. The Georgia Tech game. And we got a chip on our shoulder because why? We're ranked the underdog. By what? A damn field goal again. Again. I'm like, why are we always ranked to lose by a field goal? At least they're saying it's close. At least they're saying it's close and it's not a blowout. I appreciate that. Now I don't know why we the underdog. I'm gonna go with because they played Georgia because they had a 7-6 season or something like that. We had a 9-4 season. Why would we be the underdog to Georgia Tech? So anyway, at least they didn't say it was a 13-point game or they don't expect it to be a blowout. They expect it to be close. I don't know why we losing because I predict us to win. Uh, yeah, just because they got rings because they 7-6 don't mean that they some champions. So I don't know why it is. that we are the underdogs. But they like to say, we don't have Travis. I'm like, Travis was not the whole team. And there were people that argued Travis was not the best wide receiver that we had, right? And again, Colorado has all of its starting elite wide receivers attached to an NFL team right now, associated with the NFL team. So, I don't know why we a 3-point underdog. Do y'all have any thoughts as to why they have us losing this game to Georgia Tech and we 9-4 and they 7-6? Any thoughts there? Any thoughts? Let me see what y'all saying. Sorry, I'm a new Buff Terrence fan as a 23. My classmate was QB back in the 80s, LOL. But I was a diehard USC fan until Pride came along. Well, we're happy to have you. We're happy to have you, Terrence, so we'll get you up to speed. For now, feel free to pick out your favorite uniform color, and we'll help you learn the players because we got to learn a lot of new players, too. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all welcome Terrence. He's a new Buff fan, rolling with Coach Prime. And Jerry said, "Hey, what she said? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?" Charlotte said, "Williams is the one who said workouts are harder here than in Florida." Oh, that's the one that stirred up the people got upset about what he said. Okay, thank you for that, Charlotte. So that was him. Khalil Farrakhan is standing behind Ben. Okay, they say he look huge now. So I have to take a look at him. Yeah, these guys are bigger than the coaches this year. Ha ha. Yeah, I can see that. Is this Dallin Hayden right here on the screen? The one with the haircut. He said he took his braids out. I don't know what Dallin Hayden's hair looked like, but I think that's Dallin Hayden. Hey Tina, how you doing? Hey Crowley, how you doing? How's it this evening? It took a minute to find you this evening. I am here. Blessings to everyone. Oh, well, I'm glad you had your notifications on so you can find us. Thank you. And Tina said, "Hey, everybody." Gracie said, "Buford has played in the state championship consistently since 2009 and won a number of the championship games." Ah, so they are good. Let me look at my ex and see what the guy's name was that we got. And I was like, wait a minute, we got somebody that likely could have went to Georgia. And let's see, Juju's also from Georgia. And we got somebody else too, from Georgia. We got some people from Memphis. Let's see. Let me look. Let me look. Well, this is exciting. Let's see. All right. Where's the home at so I can see? I posted LaJante. Shante looking good in Baltimore. Angel Reese doing her thing. The haters show love to elevate her. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Gotta get to my guys. Let's see. Now y'all know Shador was doing his thing today. Shador and Angel Reese. I know they friends. I know they talk to each other because they in the same situation. Mhm. Mhm. Here it is, right here. Okay, now he's committed. Now somebody can come along and change his mind. This is why I don't like to typically get excited about guys that commit. His name is Kyle Carpenter. He is. Let's see. Is he the two-way player? Kyle from Buford High School committed to the Bucks. Now he's a one-way player, but he went number 16. Go with wide receiver. I'm gonna go with wide receiver because I don't see what it says. Well, anyway, the kids coming out of Buford High School with the $62 million stadium, like Gracie just informed us, been consistent with the championship since about 2009. You know, that we got one. So I have to look into him a little closer and see what's what. It said they may be thinking that because Tech is an ACC team, that they will be better than the Big 12. Oh, I definitely believe that. So that's what it is. They're in the ACC, so we're automatically ranked less. Is it the Big 12 is so disrespectful? Man, LaJonte Wester has a new smile. Did you catch it on his post? What you mean a new smile, Charlotte? He got let me see. Let me see. Oh, he went Hollywood on us. Here it is right here. Let's see. Yeah, I see it from here. Oh, well, hey, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that at all. I don't remember his old smile that much, being anything that stand out, but that's what they doing now. So that's what they doing. Okay, thank you for that, Charlotte. Yeah, I didn't catch the veneers. I didn't see that at all. That is so funny. So Western went had to put on us. They got some veneers. What? I should say he went Atlanta on us. They seem to be popular around here. But I know it's a celebrity thing. And he was just mic'd up and he's what? Wide receiver two. So, okay, all right. And I have yet to watch his girlfriend's blog. I'm gonna try to watch it tonight because she's funny. I like her. Um, so her name is Janaea. It's Janaea's Gallery if y'all want to watch it. And of course, Western follows her, so y'all can get to it from there until I can post the link. Good evening, Kiera. Welcome back, fam. Oh, Tina said yes, that is Dallin Hayden. So Dallin Hayden said he had braids, and he said he cut them off because this year is his year. And he looked like he put on some weight. To me, everybody looked like they put on some weight. Look at Juju. Juju don't look like he was just in high school a few months ago, and he surely doesn't look like he never made it to his senior year. So he's definitely working out. I love his hair. I don't know who his braider is. Probably whoever did Shador's hair. Ben Swole, Ben said he get ready to do some content with Reach the People Media. They gonna post it on Twitch. And yeah, that's Dallin Hayden. Now y'all not gonna tell me he didn't pick up no weight. Now, Steve, one of the things I've noticed we haven't seen much of is them with their coaches because it's still too early, right? So I wonder like what exactly do coaches do like right now? Are they on vacation? Or like Coach Marshall Falk, is he out recruiting? What do coaches do in this downtime? And I haven't seen Coach Prime back at CU, nor have I seen Bucky just yet. So if y'all have any insight into like what happens with coaches right now, off season, vacation, recruiting, what are they doing? Let me see what y'all are saying because I have no clue. And we also playing name that buff. So if you see somebody you recognize, drop the name. That way we can all learn together. I know this is Dallin Hayden now. Thank you for that, Tina. That's our running back, Terrence. I know Terrence said he new to us. So who is that? I don't know who that is. With the weights, I don't know who that is. And that's Stoudemire. Okay, he says it on the back cheek. Okay. So they look like they did the stadium today. It's all about conditioning. Curious to see what difference having Marshall Falk will make. Now, I remember when Falk first started and he was talking to the team, the running backs, he was basically saying that they hesitated, right? So Michael Welsh should still be there. I didn't see him in this video, but I think this the whole team. Like that they split up their conditioning and stuff like that. And because they have classes, right? Yeah, no, unless they take a summer school, they actually just go to practice and conditioning, I guess. So, y'all said that was Khalil right behind Ben, so I'm gonna have to pay attention to that. Is Ben a senior? Does anybody know if he's a senior? Like, is he on his way out, or is he like gonna be there this year and next year? That's Isaiah Harge. Got it. Sincere Brown is much bigger than him, so I gotta get that right for sure. And of course, that's Caden, who looked like he put on some muscle mass around the shoulder area too. I think the wide receivers, the QBs, I think they good. Now, some people think that the defensive back room, the cornerbacks, is stacked. What do y'all think about that? They said CU's cornerback room is stacked. All I know is DJ McKinney and Preston Hodge and Carter Stoudemire. Is Williams the guy that just came from Florida State, or is he a receiver? Y'all gonna have to fill me in on that too. So Wester has a new smile. Thank you, Tina. RJ Zizzle said they are picking Georgia Tech because they played Georgia a really tough loss this year. They lost some key players, but they have a running QB. Yeah, they have Haynes King. Okay. So I'm probably gonna do a profile of their quarterback and ours. Um, because I know who Haynes King is, right? I know he gonna be playing on Sundays. I'm pretty sure they talk about him in the quarterback situation when they, looking at who the QBs are for 2025. They don't talk about Caden, but I think that's a misstep. I think that's a misstep. And they also had Cam and Shador in the conversation last year ranked like 8 and 9 or 7 and 8, really low, really, really low. And they had Cam above Shador. So they seem to just snub our players. And our players know that. So they like, we have that underdog mentality. But one of the things I can say, I saw in the video, um, Kaden and Juju laughing and talking with Joseph Williams, right? So that's good. The team has chemistry. They have an identity. They're bigger than they were, but yet we still get discounted because we don't have Travis. Or is it because we don't have Travis and Shador? I think it's because we don't have Travis and Shador. But now that we know the NFL doesn't really do homework, they just pretend. They don't know who Caden is. They should know who Juju is, but they don't know who Caden is. Even though Malik Willis went to Liberty and is balling out, well, Green Bay, after being where Tennessee, where Cam is, they don't know Cam. That's why he at Colorado for the bigger lights, and he about to get it. One of the things I like about Caden, he just likes it all. Of course, there's differences. He's unflappable, and that's the quality that matters. We know he's accurate, right? We know deep ball accuracy. That's every QB we get. That's I understand how they can kick us out of the top 25. If we got another QB just like the one that just left, unflappable deep ball accuracy. Yeah. And oh, I'm sorry. Caden is more of a dual threat than Shador was. Caden's mobility is probably up there with the Lamars. And, they always like to say, well, nobody's the Lamar Jackson. Well, that might be true. But Caden Salter is mobile. He's more mobile than Shador was. So, yeah, I think I'm going to do a profile on those two. We're going to talk about their similarities, right? And I just, I think it's amazing to me how we're slept on. But I asked y'all this question. Is it because it's Colorado or is it because Colorado is in the Big 12? Like, if we were in the ACC, will we be getting snubbed like this? I think so. See, I know year one, it was about Coach Prime. Year two, think so now. Coach Prime, most influential coach. His sons are gone, so no more talk about that. Juju and Kaden are both good, and I think both might be dual threat quarterbacks, even more so than Shador, who's not labeled a dual threat quarterback, right? And it wouldn't have helped him anyway, because Milrow was dual threat and they overlooked him too. So, to me, this is a better team, right? And because nobody's a two-way player, right? Think when it comes to wide receiver, I thought Shador did a good job. What's his name? The OC. He did a good job of making sure everybody get the ball. I really do. Now, Jimmy was hurt, so that's kind of why he didn't get it. But when he was back in the equation, he got the ball. And they did well when Xavier Weaver was here. Same thing. He's spreading the ball around or whatever, right? So people think that Travis was really the majority of the team. I don't think that. I think he was highly impactful on both sides. Therefore, you saw him more, right? And some people think he's a better corner than he is a receiver. I think he's a dang good receiver myself. I think he's a playmaker. It really don't matter which one he is. But think the fact that we have all wide receivers as of now associated with an NFL team with Will Shepherd being the last one after the whole Tampa, having to start over. I think it says that recruiting does a damn good job. And if they had those guys, right, these guys are good too. JoJo is good. I watched the interview with him. JoJo's good. He's the one you always see going up for it. He got just as much vertical hell as Will Shepherd, right? And he's shorter than Will Shepherd is. And Sincere Brown, people put out the video with Sincere Brown and Caden playing against each other, and now they on the same team. And I happen to believe that one of them had something to do with that, Caden. Uh, that's just how I feel. Because I watched that game, and then the next thing you know, we get Sincere Brown. And they just against each other, right? So we got, and Sincere Brown to me is like a real shepherd, but in my opinion, just like more, probably more of a speedster, right? So like take LaJohntay speed and Will Shepherd's height and put it together. Who's that? Travis Hunt. So Sincere Brown is kind of in the middle of those three, right? Now, Isaiah Harge, we got Timmons. Timmons is fast. If you watch the workouts, he's like Travis. He'll energize a bunny. He don't get tired. So that's gonna come in handy. But see, then we got Marion. We know exactly who Marion is. So you got Lee. I don't know, Draylon is two, right? And then we just got Sincere. We got Khalil. Um, but those guys just came out of high school. And the way I think Coach Prime does this, yes, it's the next man up. But I feel like if there's an upperclassman that's kind of even with maybe a junior or sophomore, I think the upperclassman gonna get it. I think that's what happened to Omarion. People used to be like, "Why we don't see him like that?" I'm like, "Because we got some guys to get out, and he got another year, and now it's his turn." Right? And then Draylon, I think, is up there. Some people think he could win the Heisman. I think Caden could bring us the Heisman, right? Then we got JoJo. Then we got Gibson. But see, JoJo and Gibson are young. And that's where I think Timmons is going to probably come because he's considered maybe an upperclassman now because he's been here at least, I know, 1 year, whereas the other guys are just coming out of high school. So I think the wide receiver core, the chemistry with the receivers, think is good. I think the team itself overall is more athletic and in better shape. And they're not finished conditioning yet. And look at the difference. Look at Seaton. Look at Juju, right? So, yeah, I think we're gonna win the game. I don't know what the hell we losing by a field goal, but at least it's close. At least it's close, right? Mine was over the trash can the other day. People were like, "It's crazy how Marion was over the trash can, mine was over the trash can," and people say when your kicker is over the trash can, you know that the workout is intense. And remember, they not new to CU. Now Gibson, he was new straight out of high school, so I'm sure this is different for him. I know they didn't go at it like this in high school, even though he went to North Crowley, who's now like almost like the new king in the Dallas, Texas area, right? So I think from what I have seen, uh, QBs, wide receivers, the skill set, the accuracy. I know JoJo, I know, Draylon, I know Omarion, that's three, right? And now running backs. See, we lost our Isaiah Agustave, and I think he's going to do well down at South Carolina. I really do. I was looking at his highlight film. It popped up in my feed, right? And I was like, you know what? This guy's going to do well. Everything happens for a reason. Maybe it's better that he was somewhere else. I don't know, right? I think we're going to see more of Dallin, more of Micah. Charlie's still there, but I haven't seen him lately. I know he's still there. Um, he was studying like bio neuroscience or neuroengineering or something highly, highly specialized. But I know, he's still on the team. And then we got some new running backs. So I guess, I haven't really seen the running backs, so I don't really know like what they looking like. That's what I meant. And then of course I gotta take y'all word for it on the corners. Because I know we got three, just don't know who the other one is. But we need some speed. We need Shiloh's speed, and we lost that with Colton Hood. So that's something to keep in mind. I think Williams is a cornerback. Oh, well, maybe he's the guy that comes in with the fourth corner. Maybe. It says Taufik Bayard is going to be one of the hardest hitters safeties. Okay, he's a safety. Okay. So when I see, because they work out in groups together. Typically, I see the wide receivers together. I'm starting to see them. If I see Jordan Seaton, I know I'm going to see Yaya, which means that's the O lineman. And what's his name? Tyler Rock. I recognize them. I don't really know the defensive line that well. We lost to Dozy. We need somebody to replace Nakayo Green. And I think that that's Keaton Wade and somebody else. Barnes is looking good. I remember him. He's coming back. Um, So it's starting to kind of slowly come together. But the team's identity, um, they got a different identity, right? And it's good, right? Because the last class is gone. Um, they got a different identity though. And I feel like with this class, I think the coaches are in charge. See, with Shador and Travis, like they were mega stars. And you look at it now, they were stars in college. With the Big 12 not getting love, but Colorado's always being watched. See, they brought that and now they're gone. So without that, it's like the coaches rise above. Oh, they got NFL Hall of Fame coaches, but there's nobody on the roster that's a Travis or a Shador that you can put together or independently get that kind of attention coming towards us until we start winning. Now, I am one of the opinions. I know I said I want Caden to start this game, but depending on how this game goes and the rest of the season, I do believe that Juju gonna get some playing time. Maybe it's when we up 40-3. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. I believe he is going to be on the bench the entire season. Do not believe it at all. And I'm not saying we gotta placate him, right? Because he's a lot. Uh, just think that he's that good that if we up, they're gonna take Caden out. Now some people say, Ryan Stiles stayed 10 toes down. Shout out to him, because he didn't leave, because he could have left, right? But I think we're gonna see Juju. Let me know y'all's thoughts about that. I don't think they're gonna play equal time in the games. I don't think they're gonna pull the Cleveland on us. I don't think they're gonna rotate between three quarterbacks or two quarterbacks. I think Caden will be named the starter, but I think we gonna see Juju play. So Topic Bayard is going to be one of the hardest hitting safeties. Good, because we need to replace that with Shiloh. Their secondary is stacked. Okay, Arjizzle, I'm gonna just go with it. Okay, so if you say the secondary is stacked, Arjizzle, who are the top two members in the secondary? Just drop the names, first name, last name, or whatever. I'm just curious. I just want to see how y'all ranking them, you know, in the secondary. Seaton is looking like a leader, yes, and I do think he is the leader of the team. Well, definitely his guys for sure. Um, Still think Caden is that guy, but it's kind of even out now. See, Juju was doing what I expected Juju to do. See, when he was young, he was still in high school. See, he done now. He a man now. Like, forget all that. He and Caden are right here. He and Caden are right here. So if Caden put in work like we see him with Shador's, QB coach, and I see Juju out there because he got his own social media up. See, the youngsters starting to get it. Juju got his Twitch. No, I'm sorry. JoJo got his Twitch. Juju got his up. You know, they starting to get up there. So to me, the guys that's coming out this year, they need to get with it. Take take a cue from Shiloh. I mean, Shiloh got it going. Ben has his social media. He had it last year. Ben is popular. Jeremiah Brown, he's popular. So some of the guys that's still here from last year that bought into the social media, they making money. Caleb Williams, Caleb, remember the one, Caleb Mathis. His social media is popping. These guys got numbers, right? So no matter what they do, I heard Caleb wants to be a GM, and I can see that happening for him. Um, but you just never know where that social media can take you. But Jeremiah Brown is robust, being finessing, and now some of the young guys are starting to get it. That's what you got to do. You have to do that. So yes, Seaton does look like a leader. Like and share. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Paula. Paula, thank you so much. It said they got a corner from Illinois. Okay, Illinois State and a safety came from Tennessee. So we lost somebody to Tennessee and we got somebody from Tennessee. That's interesting. We lost Colton Hood, but we got somebody else. Okay, I'm gonna have to look and see to see the depth chart when it's out. It's just not out yet. That's what I look at. Okay, so y'all say so. Okay, we know who Hada is, right? We good there. I think Mate, the guy from Australia, he's the punter. Uh, he's good. They said he's a what's it? What's it? Coach Swayze call him a man child. He beats all of them when they doing workouts. So I think he's good. They have some kind of program where a lot of the kickers come out of Australia and end up in the pros. So I think he's good. I know we know the O line. I think the O line gonna be good. I don't think Jordan Seaton gonna let nobody slack. I don't. I think we got like three coaches on the O line, a head coach and two assistant coaches. So I know that they're gonna be on that rotation like Coach Prime won't just in case somebody's slacking. Yaya looks good. If you look at Yaya last year and you look at him now, he and Seaton were just big. Now they're fit and they got muscle and they doing good when they do their endurance workouts. I don't see either one of them and nobody else. Maybe one guy, either from defense or offense on the O line. So I'm gonna give the O line a B plus until I figure out who's who. And then the defensive line, I don't know them yet. Y'all say the secondary stack, so I'm gonna go with that with an A. Wide receivers, I'm giving them an A. I'm giving them actually, I'm probably give them an A plus. Quarterbacks, A plus. Running backs, I don't know. That's my biggest question mark. I mean, Michael Welch was good when he was in, but he got hurt. Dalvin Hayden, I don't think he got anywhere, but I don't think that was his fault. I just think that that's the biggest question mark. What's going to happen with the run game? And we have to wait for practice to see. So grade the unit, whether it's offensive line, grade the one you have the most confidence in. If it's wide receivers, grade them. If it's quarterbacks, grade them. I give quarterbacks A plus plus. Um, Receivers A plus. Y'all say the corner stack an A. Know the defensive line. Don't know the running backs that well as a unit to know what the improvement gonna be. Um, give the O line a B plus just because I don't know who on the right side. No, I know we got the Xavier Hill guy, but I thought that he replaced Cash Cleveland. I think I don't know. So I see. I have to see, and then I need to know who is the right tackle, and then who was between the center and the right tackle. So I don't know them yet. I gotta look. So grade the unit that you have the most confidence in, or drop the name of the unit that you have the most confidence in. Hell, I give Mata a A plus, right? I give Mata a A plus. The kicker is a question mark because I don't know him, but he looks good in strength and conditioning. We got two players from Tennessee actually. Dang, what? I have to go back and look at the portal to see. All right. It says so we got somebody from Illinois. Illinois. Okay, okay. And then I'm thinking about Indiana, Illinois. Okay. Shiloh is live now on Twitch, making that money. Good, good. Cause Shiloh gonna make that money. Shiloh is gonna make that money. That's and they talking about his pockets. Talking about he spent his what? They say he spent his signing bonus on those Apple watches. I'm like, see, I don't even know what this man got going on. And then they say Bucky had another. He swapped out the olive green Rolls Royce for a black badge ghost. And people said in the comments, "Oh, they gonna say Shiloh bought that with his signing bonus." So see Bucky back in CU yet, and I did see. I think somebody else recording for him. Um, so he not back yet. I don't know. Maybe they on vacation or whatever. But I was wondering, was he maybe in Cleveland? Y'all said that he's supposed to be filming for the NFL, right? So I was wondering, is it possible that Bucky is in Cleveland also, and we just don't know he's out there? They sent him out there to get some kind of film, just like the videos they put together by Carolina. Those are really good, and I did wonder if Bucky had something to do with some of those because they were so good. But I haven't seen him, so I don't know. And I know some of y'all follow him when he go live. Have y'all seen him live like since last week? I haven't seen him. But they said Miss Lauren is back in Colorado. So that's a good sign, right? So two players from Tennessee. Okay, all right, all right. So, I think we're gonna be good. I think that oh, I have one question for y'all. If you already predicted, like chose your best uniform and you can name that buff, uh, and you can grade the unit, whether it's offense, defense, or this, that, and the other. One last question. I need a score prediction for Colorado versus Georgia Tech. I need to make sure I know that y'all think Colorado gonna win. So I need a score prediction 73 days out for Georgia Tech versus Colorado, or Colorado versus Georgia Tech. At home in Folsom Field. Let's see what y'all gonna say. May is consistent, but they need someone that can kick a long field goal. Isn't that Mata 22? Is a Mata the long field goal snapper? No, he's not. Let me know. All right, so that's the question. I need a score prediction. CU versus Georgia Tech, first game of the season. Anybody have any thoughts? McKinney and Hodge. Jay Rizzo said McKinney and Hodge are the best two that he ranks in the secondary. Okay, I'll take that. I tell you, Preston Hodge just got married too. Congratulations to he and his bride. All right, waiting on the score predictions for Colorado versus Georgia Tech. All right, let's see. Jerry said Colorado 24, Tech 21. Okay, staying with that 3 points. Okay. Why are people counting the Sanders family money? Jay Leno had 1,000 cars and nobody is talking about them. Yeah, I think people was just being funny. 22 said CU 32, Georgia Tech 31. Okay, 24, 21, 32, 31. So you think it's going to be a high scoring game? Okay. And then mid range. Jerry said mid range. Who else? Anybody else? Predictions. Jackie, I'm assuming Colorado 27, Georgia Tech 20. Okay. All right. So you keeping it from within a touchdown. Gracie said Bucks 21, the Jackets 14. Okay. I like that. I like that. I like that. All right. So high scoring 32, 31, still 3 points. So y'all it's be close. Okay. Jackie said by a touchdown, and looks like Gracie said by a touchdown too. Okay. All right. I'm gonna see if I can save that. At least we have something to compare to. Okay, I'm gonna make my prediction. Let's see. I have to put in the regular comments. I think give Colorado 31. And since we're keeping it a field goal, uh 31, 31, 34, or 31, 35. 31, 35. Colorado gonna have 35, or yeah, Colorado gonna have 35, and the other team gonna have 31. Let me think. Let me think. Or do I want to do like 31, 28? Yeah, that might be better. Colorado a total of 31 points, and we'll give 28 to Georgia Tech. Because here's what I do think. I know they both have good quarterbacks. They have a good quarterback. But they lost a lot of pieces. And see, everybody don't have Coach Swayze, strength and conditioning. Everybody don't have NFL coaches on their staff. They only won 7 games. Yes, they beat Miami, and yes, they beat Georgia in a dogfight. But they don't have that same squad no more, right? And they still only went on to win 7 games. We won 9, right? And they went to a small bowl game. We went to a big one. Yes, I know they're in the ACC. Maybe their competition is tougher, but I mean, we do have Arizona State who went to what, the semifinals. Iowa State went to the Pop Tart Bowl. Then they beat Miami. So I don't know what BYU gonna look like this year because their quarterback got in trouble. So I don't know what's going on with them. And we know Kansas State still got whatever his name is, the one that did the Coach Prime shuffle in the end zone. Him. I think they got him ranked pretty high this year too. 31 Colorado, 28 Georgia Tech. That's what I'm gonna go with. 31-28. So I'm gonna put it in the comments. People are underestimating our defense. Right. I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that. Bucks 27, Georgia Tech 21. Okay. And then Charlotte said CU 24, Georgia Tech 21. Okay, everybody got it. The range is a field goal or a touchdown. Nobody thinks it's going to be a blowout. Most people think it's mid-range scoring, still around the 20s. And only one person thinks high scoring 32-31. Okay. And nobody thinks it's a 1 point game or anything like that. All right. So it's not going to be that close. Okay. That altitude is going to affect text play. Now, that's the point, because they insist that a lot of people are tapping out in strength and conditioning because of the altitude. Uh, and that's another, I guess you could say, plus for Shador to be able to do what he did with no O line and the altitude. Same thing for for Travis. It's not going to be close. CU in a blowout. So you think CU gonna blow out Georgia Tech? Okay, all right, Russell. All right, all right. Yes, people do underestimate the defense, but I don't even know who owned it this year. It was good last year. The line it kind of struggled. And I do think Shiloh was very impactful. Of course, DJ McKinney. But I went back and watched. Remember the UCF game? Anybody remember DJ McKinney taking a hard hit from their quarterback? Remember the big guy just popped him in the end zone? So I don't think that's gonna happen like it did this year, like it did last year. I think because the guys have bulked up sooner, um, you know, it's just like night and day with the conditioning, right? So it makes me wonder what were they doing? I don't know. Maybe I don't know what they were doing. They were on camera last year, but it's like night and day. And with it still being what June, uh, mid June, and they still got to get to July, 30 days from now. Who knows what they're gonna look like? They lost to Georgia. Yeah, I watched that game, so that was crazy. I like how Swayze speaks logic and wisdom to these young men. Think that they respect him for that. Facts. I agree too. I agree with that. They are more focused. You think they're more focused? Okay. Think they don't have any superstars identified as of yet. Think with Shador and Travis coming from Jackson State as superstars to us and mostly everybody else. And the way they came in and kicked the door in going 3-0 with Nebraska, TCU, Nebraska, and Colorado State, they were stars. I mean, they were bona fide stars and they were a dynamic duo early on, So that's why people try to take them down, right? But they don't have that this year. Not yet. See, winning solves everything is going to have to be the motto for CU. And this year, because they don't have anything to stand on. Because why? The dynamic duo gone. The elite wide receiver core gone. Nakai Hill Green from defense transferred to Alabama. Colton Hood transferred to Tennessee. We know who those guys were. We knew exactly what we would get from them. So we have new guys that we have to wait and see what they're going to do. And that's why when it comes to the defense, we don't really know. We got Barnes, but we lost Bentley. We lost Chidozie. We still got Jeremiah Brown. And remember, he hopped in the portal, and then Nakai Hill Green left, and then he came back to see you. So we got Ben, but I don't recall seeing Ben play that much last year to know what his production will look like. In fact, I don't even know what position Ben played. Is he a safety? Think he's a safety like Shiloh. So, we just have to wait and see what the defense is going to look like only because they're new. A lot of the O line is new, right? Yaya, Seaton, and Tyler Brown are the only ones I feel like from last year, right? Then if that's the case, uh, then everybody else is new. So I hope it works. Say, and they got enough security around them, meaning, one head coach, not sorry, one offensive line coach and two more assistants. That way, nobody goes off the rails, right? And if it starts to go off the rails, you got three people, so that's like auditing in accounting, where you have checks and balances to make sure, hey, coach, let's just go ahead and rotate, right? So Ben play on a special team. Hey, see, I didn't know what he did. I just know, he's a personality. But he works pretty hard. I thought maybe he was a safety like Shiloh. So thank you for clarifying that 22. And he brings the energy to the team, which is needed. So he brings leadership, he brings the energy. See Jeremiah Brown that much. I know he's there, but when I look at the guys practice, like I see Juju, Caden, a lot of the receivers. I always see the receivers. I do see DJ McKinney. Saw Preston Hodge today. I see a lot of new faces. I see a lot of new faces. So, but I think it'll be good. So we're gonna keep predictions. They should stay within the chat, so we'll be able to go back Kaden Salter will be dominant and CU will play for the B12 championship. I believe that, Jerry. Take a seat, kick your feet up, and hit the like button for my sis. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. All right, so if you just not joining us, we voted on a couple things. If you look at the thumbnail, we would like pick your favorite uniform combo: the all black with the gold helmet, or just the all gold. Most of us like the black one. And then we played Name That Buff because there's a video here on loop. So we talked, about who's who. So we're kind of familiarizing ourselves with a lot of new guys because it's a lot of new faces. And then we just did a score prediction for the first game. Um, you know, Georgia Tech coming up to Colorado. So CU versus Georgia Tech. What do you think the score prediction is? So you will drop that in the chat if y'all just not joining us. All right, so we get ready to wrap up. So if you have any conversations going on, be a good time to find a good stopping place. We just under, we're doing good. We're doing good. Um, and let me know, what y'all think the final score will be if you have not already. If you have, thank you so much. This was good. This was good. So, we just changed the pace up a little bit. We have 3 shows, so we can talk about 3 different things every day. We can talk about the same day and same thing every day. It just depends on the flow of the conversation. So I appreciate y'all, hanging with us every day. This is fun. It says, see, you will have to stop the run. Okay. So Jerry thinks that the run game is something that's gonna be impactful. And you know what? We've done it before. Like, even though we have different people, I think we were any stranger to that, except for what game? Kansas City. I have no idea why we just could not stop the run in that game. It could be because isn't that the game Shiloh came back from? I think that's the game that he came back from. So maybe that's why it went off the rails like it did. I think, now that I think about it. All right, y'all. So we're gonna get out of here. This was awesome. So our predictions are memorialized here in the chat. We will always be able to go back and look at what we said the scores were. Tina said, "Yep, that's what happened." That's what happened. I think we're gonna be good because we stopped the run against the one team that they said we couldn't stop. And y'all know we blew them out the water, and that's UCF. And y'all know RJ Harvey is a beast. He's somewhere in the NFL. I think he might be in Denver. I'm not sure. Um, y'all know he's a beast. So, and we stopped them. So, when we click it on all cylinders, see, you can blow Georgia Tech out the water. But I'm going to stick with my 31-28 because that's the first game. And sometimes with the first game, you just got to put it all together. And another thing I think we won't have to deal with is hopefully we identify why it was so many late starts, like why we got clicking on all cylinders so late in the game, that kind of thing. They should have won that Kansas game. Yeah, that Kansas game was a total flop. I told you, I think CU, it was something going on that we don't know about because there some people was in their feelings and they were not all players. That's what I said. It said Tech always had a great run game. Okay, so that means that that's going to still be the case. That means that that's what they like to focus on. So that's going to always be the case. So they got a good run game and they have a good quarterback. Haynes King. Okay. Well, we have to see what kind of defense they have. And if they went toe to toe with Georgia, but they got some people, we might be in for a fight. Y'all, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna say good night. Be back tomorrow at 12:30. This was awesome. This was awesome. We're gonna talk about whatever presents itself. Y'all know Shador was out with the little kids today, and they asked him what his most memorable moment was, maybe in sports or something like that. And he said when he did like this, I thought it was so funny. So a lot of the kids did it. But everybody loves Shador, the kids, the veterans, etc. So we'll probably talk about that tomorrow, unless something new comes up. We'll see you in the morning. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching What She Said Sports. Thank you so much. See y'all tomorrow, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure your notifications are on. All right. See, thank you.